Got my selfie stick today so I can walk around and we can visit with the animals. So this is Duende. He's a yearling. He's a PRE, recently gelded, because he started rearing when the testosterone came in, and I'm too old for that. This is Oreo. He's a 4-year-old. He just qualified with me for the Regional Adult Amateur Championships and also for the California Dressage Society National Championships at training level. So we just got all our qualifications at a recent show. So if you haven't seen the show, check it out. So this is me. I'm Ginger. I'm the adult amateur dressage rider. I have chronic migraines, so my glasses are tinted, so don't take offense. The horses don't take offense. They know that the old lady does the best she can. I don't know who the old lady is, but anyway. So I thought, since it's a beautiful day, see such a beautiful day out, after a week of storms and rain, I thought we would go for a little walk and go check out the farm a little bit. So I'm walking around the round pen. The horses are in the arena, which is on the other side of the round pen. We have a small farm here, about 5 acres, and we raise sheep, and then we also have donkeys, which are looking at me. Let's see if I can turn that around. Donkeys, Jenny, always looking for something to eat, because they're donkeys, and that's what they do. Oh, you're on 2 different sides of the fence, Amy. What are you doing, goober? You may not be able to see too clearly, but the sheep are out in the island. We call it the island, and I will show you why. There's a huge ditch / river that cuts our property. So this ditch here, that is a over 5-foot diameter culvert that's over there. That's how giant that thing is. And then during the storms, this is where all the water from the area drains. So it cuts our property into this area here, and that's why we call it the island. There's Jenny. Say hi, Jenny. Jenny wants to say hi. We say hi to people. Say hi to people. You say hi. Jenny, 0 Fs. Unless you have something for her to eat, don't care. I know. She's a good girl. And you can see the mark on her neck. She was once wild. Yes, you were. You want to come say hi? No, don't want to. She's actually more tame than Amy. Amy is that one. And Amy doesn't want anything to do with us. Yes, unless there's food. Jenny, she'll tolerate us, but she does prefer food. Donkeys are all about food. Okay, now we're on the other side of the round pen, and this is the arena where the boys are. I just moved panels this morning so they can access the arena without me having to lead them. And they have some grass over there between their paddocks and the arena that they can eat if they so choose. The arena is in good shape for 4 3/4 inches of rain that we had this week. So the arena is holding up really well, like it usually does. It's a little bit of a cut in the ground, but it's not too bad. We'll probably ride tomorrow. I was going to ride today, but I think we're going to ride tomorrow. So now we're here at the island where the ditch crosses, and the sheep are looking at me like, what are you doing? So there are the sheep. Zoom in a little bit. So we have the dark one. Whoops, Right there, that's Tupac. He has his bum to us. That, I think, is Twin. Yeah, the one that's moving over there, that's Twin. And Dre is in there somewhere. So those are the boys doing sheep things. And then, of course, the rest of my girls. This is a baby girl over here. She came from the same farm that Tupac did. And the rest of them, except for Sweetie, or Honey rather. Honey is still in here. She's one of my original ewes. The rest of them are all been born here. So that's the island. So we've been spreading manure on it for a couple of years, trying to improve the ground because the ground is just garbage. So we got more grass this year, less weeds. That's the objective. Anyway, so that's the island. And then the ditch goes all the way down to the property behind us. And we have a little culvert down the end there. I guess we can walk down there. We have a culvert down here at the end so we can drive the tractor over it in the dry months. So we're not going to risk taking the tractor over in the wet season, which this is our wet season, because I'm not going to bury my tractor in the in the culvert if it's too so saturated. So anyway, walk down here. Looks like Duende is taking a walkabout down here. Little lights propped up, threw them over because he was eating them. So they're solar lights. So there is Duende. Turn you around so you see Duende. There's Duende. He's being a good boy, eating the grass. Very happy to be out of his paddock. They have a run on the paddock, but they'd rather be out here eating grass. Huh? You want to say hi to people? Let's say hi. Is that Poopy Pants? Oh, that's funny. Hello. Love your handle. Anyway, so Duende's going to go for a walk with us, I guess, while he's eating some of the weeds along the side of the arena. Okay, and then here we are in the area where the culvert is, down at the bottom of the property. And you can see it goes across the neighbor's property. And on the other side of the neighbor's property is a road, and there's a river over there. So eventually it gets to the river. But for the amount of rain we've had, a lot of this will just evaporate and soak into the ground over time. This is our culvert that we put in last year, and you can see there's quite a bit of water in the back here. I made a dam to try to keep some of the water from coming down from a neighbor's property and piling up down here, so that way we could still use this area. But it's obviously, whoops, oh, there goes the phone. Yeah, the amount of water that came through here, you can see all the debris. I mean, it's firm, I can walk on it, but it's not suitable for a tractor. So now we're on the island, and let's see. Hey, Maybelle Miller. How you doing? Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. I figured I'm a disabled veteran, Air Force veteran, and I'm also a federal employee. So needless to say, a little bit of stress and anxiety going on recently in the last 19 days. So I thought today, let's see, who else is that? Damien? Hello. I thought I would come out here and just enjoy the farm and just enjoy the tranquility and the peace of the animals enjoying the beautiful day. And I thought I'd bring you guys along. So let me point out, let's see, I have one of my rams over there laying down, that one with the horns. That is, I'm not sure. So Dre and Twin look very similar. I think that's Twin. So Dre is somewhere else. Dre is usually sacked out eating his cud somewhere. But I think that's Twin. And Twin is possibly a son of Dre, which I think he is. Oh, Dre's over by the ditch. I see him now. So he's a son of Dre. He looks identical to Dre. And then the sons of Tupac, which is the big ram right there, they're all very distinctly marked like Tupac. So these are not goats. They are actually sheep. So these are hair sheep. So they do not need to be sheared. They don't get any vaccinations. They don't get wormed. They are resistant to parasites. They literally need nothing other than food. So if you provide pasture for them, they will grow, thrive, eat, and reproduce all on their own. They need very little intervention. The only time I intervene is if there's a problem with a lamb. Sometimes I don't even see them lambing because they're pretty good on their own. But these are very hardy. They're heat-tolerant sheep. Locally, they're known as Barbados sheep, even though Barbados sheep are slightly different. Barbados sheep were used to create these. These are American black bellies, but they are a breed unique in and of themselves. They were originally designed and created as a sport hunting breed, I guess, so people could go shoot domestically raised wild-looking animals. I guess that's a thing. I don't concur with it. Mine are raised specifically for wildfire prevention. So I raise them for breeding and for wildfire prevention. And my flock is fairly pure, even though they're not registered, they're fairly pure American black belly. And I like them that way. They're pretty cool looking. So let me get a zoom in here on baby girl, who's like right in front of me. There's baby girl. Had her since she was 8 weeks. You can see they have markings around their face that it looks almost like they're smiling. It's kind of interesting. But baby girl is relatively tame. She's pretty vocal. She'll tell me if she's hungry or if she wants something. She's a little needy at times. And then let's see if I can get a picture over here. No, he's hiding behind the bush. Let's see if I can move so you can see Twin. There's Twin. And behind Twin is one of the young rams. They're 5 months old. And then behind that is Honey. That's one of my original, the light colored ewe in the back. That's Honey. She's one of my original 4 ewes. And there's Tupac in all his glory going over there. So you can see how dark and striking Tupac is. And yeah, they're my gangbangers because they are gangbangers. But anyway, so that's the sheep. So let me whip you around here. All right, so that's my sheep. We'll go back on over here, back to the horses. And then I've got a platform. Hopefully it's not too bouncy for you guys. I'm walking. Sorry, I don't have the gimbal on. I have the gimbal, but I didn't bring it outside, so my apologies. But anyway, we're going to walk back across the culvert, and then we're going to go back up around the arena to my platform so we can enjoy the horses. Duende is still down here eating. He is. His butt. And then this is the area I said I made this dam down here. You can see how much water is in here. That's why I made the dam, because this whole area was so flooded last year. It was flooding my arena. So I wanted to eliminate some of the flooding. And now we have all this water is collected here along this dam that I dug in. It needs some more work, but I can't do anything now until everything dries out. So you can see there's a lot of water that runs down here through the back of our property. And this is a winter storm thing. It's not like this all year, it's just in the winter. Alright, so now we're on the other side of the arena, and we're walking back up towards the barn. And then Oreo's over here eating the grass along the side of the arena. Let's see. There's my Oreo. There he is. He's 4 years old, Pierre. Yeah. He's had a week off because of the storms, so we haven't done anything because of the storms. Just been, I should have went the other way because now I got panels in the way. But anyway, I've got paddocks here along the side that I'm walking up, and then the barn is in front of me. And then I put panels over here in between the arena and the paddocks so the boys could come out and get some grass. So, does anybody have any questions, any farm questions? You want to ask me anything about the farm? Is this the first time to my channel? More than happy to answer some questions, farm related. That's only one part of the farm. The area that I'm walking up now is the other part of the farm where we have the horse trailers parked, the tractor, my tack feed shed. So I can show you that. So this is the back side of my barn, and this is where we just walked up. So we just walked up this area. There's all my paddocks, the arena. These are the paddocks off the barn where the horses are. This is my feed and tack room. It's our tractor. We just upgraded this year to the closed cab tractor because it's got air conditioning and heat, and yes please. And these are my horse trailers. I had to trade up this year to the 3-horse because Oreo was claustrophobic in my other trailer, so we just upgraded to the 3-horse this year to give him some more room for going to shows. And then we've got our 2-horse that we stay overnight at the shows in. And then this is our front pasture, which this summer the horses will actually go out here at night. So this is my summer pasture, and you can see there's PVC that runs across. We irrigate this in the summer, so that way they still have grass to forage on at night during the summer. So we do that because it's cooler, and then they can come out here and get some grazing during the evening, and they come back inside at night so they come inside during the day when it's hot, because in the summer here it gets to be 110 at times. Anything over 106 is pretty brutal. It's dry, but for about 5-6 hours it's pretty hot because it gets up to that temperature around 1-2 o'clock, and then it'll take several hours for it to cool off from there. So when we put the horses out at night, right at dusk, they go out there until dawn in the morning. Then I bring them back in the barn, and we have an evaporative cooler, or what's known as a swamp cooler, in the barn in the summer running, so that way they have a cool zone, so they're not stressed from heat all the time. So it's a nice benefit to have. Mainly a lot of these things were set up because of my Arabian that I had. He had significant allergies, bug allergies. He'd scratch and rip his skin off because he was, had allergies to everything. So a lot of the setup and the things that we have were for him. And then we lost him from laminitis December. We lost him in December. So, all right, there's the boys running around. Let me flip you around so you can see them. There they are. All right, so now that I'm sitting, it won't be so bouncy, so I apologize for the movement. I think next time I do a walk around, I'll bring the gimbal so that way you can have a little steadier image. So the boys are down the end of the arena. Let me zoom in on them so you can see them. The one that's looking towards us, that's my 4-year-old, that's Oreo. And the one that's eating, because he's a Hoover, the bigger one, that's my yearling. I know, it's funny. It looks like Oreo's going to go over here. He's going to eat the grass over there. They haven't been in here in about 2 weeks, so it's good to get them out. And that way they can eat the grass down inside the arena, and that's less pulling of grass and weeds that I have to do. That's nice. So Anyway, so I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. We have lots of snow on the mountains all the way around us. Mount Shasta has got a beautiful white covering, and all the other mountains, the Mendocino Coastal Range mountains and the Shasta Range, those all have snow on them. The snow level got down pretty low the other day, so that was nice. And we have another set of storms coming in on Thursday, I think, so I figured the horses need to get out and enjoy themselves while they can in between storms. Oh, here he comes. Whee! There's Oreo. What you doing? Now the baby's going to come running. Yay! Did you see Oreo flick his tail? That's he's telling Duende not to get too close to him. So it's a little bit of horsemanship for you. A little bit of spatial awareness for the baby. He's like, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to go over here. So I have the gate to the arena open so they can go over there and eat the grass. So the panels are over here between the arena and their paddocks. So their paddocks are just up here. I have the paddocks closed, so they have the grass between the arena and the arena to run around in. All right. But yeah, it's a fantastic day, so I'm just out here to enjoy it. And he's hoovering up the grass, huh? Mr. Duende. So Duende is, he was turned a year old in October, and he is already almost a hand bigger than Oreo. So he is going to be pretty large. Everybody thinks he's going to be about 17 hands, which is way bigger than I wanted, but he is a nice little boy, big boy. So, you know, it is what it is. Since he's been gelded, he's back to being really sweet. The biting that was getting to be ridiculous has calmed down. He's not biting and nipping, like he was, because that's all stallion behavior. The reason why I gelded him this early was because he started rearing once the testosterone came in. I guess he's been gelded now for about a month. So it was a couple weeks before that is when the rearing started, and I was like, yeah, no thanks, he's too big. And the problem is he's young, he's still like got an immature mind, so he thinks he's playing, rearing and playing like he does with, Oreo. But I'm not Oreo, and I'm not big enough to deal with that. So I was like, yeah, no thanks. So I castrated him early. Oreo, he was castrated after I backed him this summer of his 3rd year. He's 4 now. So, but they'll still mature and develop. So I just felt that it was going to be easier to manage them if I didn't have to deal with the stallion behavior. It's just a lot of work when you have a stallion, and I didn't want to be dealing with it. Yay, what you doing? You gonna go run around? Oh, there's Oreo. He's gonna go over there. You gonna get some grass? You can see it's just a little chute with the panels, but there's some grass over there they can eat. They've been running in and out of there, so I tore it up more than eating. You coming in here? Oreo! Come on! Oreo! Yeah, I don't want to. And Duende, he's doing Duende things. He's just eating. Oh, here it comes. Oh, here they go. Yay! Little burst of activity, and then they're back to eating. It's pretty funny. have no idea what Duende is doing. He's doing Duende things. I think he has a stick. Yeah, he apparently has a stick and he's swinging it around. And Oreo can't be bothered. Is anybody interested in how Oreo got his name? Because his registered name is Lande Oscuro, which means dark legend. But Oreo is what we call him. So I don't know if anybody is like, why is he Black Horse called Oreo? But it's kind of a funny story. He had that barn name when I bought him, and then I named him Lande Oscuro for dark legend. He's quite talented for dressage. And it was funny because we actually had people that, check your number and check your equipment, the ring stewards at the show. I've known her for several years, and this last show, my last class, was the first time she ever got to watch me ride, and she was like, wow, I've never watched you ride before. You're really good. Wow. It was so funny. She was so cute. It was very polite. It was very nice of her to be that, to have that much praise for what we were doing. So, it always makes you feel a little better that you're on the right track when somebody is really impressed with your riding and the horse. And I know they're just eating now, which is good. They're nice and chill. They're eating. They're enjoying this beautiful day. I don't know if you can see, the mountains are back there. So those are they'd be the mountains to the east of us. It's where Chico is, out that direction, goes to Susanville. So that's to the east of us, and that's where the Shasta, or not Shasta, but those where the Sierras are on that side. And then the other side of us is the Mendocinos, or the coastal range. He's walking around. He's going to get into some other trouble. He's eaten all my letters off the arena, so that's fun. The letters we use for dressage training, so he's broken them all. So I have to find another way to put them out without him eating them. I'd much rather he eat the grass. Oh, I thought he was going to run down here, but no. Back to eating. Oh, there he goes. Yay! Yay! Little baby excitement. You gonna do anything? No, you're gonna go get some water. Nope, it's eating. Back to eating. Alright, well, if nobody has any questions, and you don't want to, you're not interested in anything in particular of what we're doing here, then that's fine. I just thought I would enjoy this beautiful day with the horses and the sheep, and just enjoy the outside, while it's sunny, because it hasn't been that way in a while. So thanks for coming by my live feed, and I try to do these like if it's a nice sunny day like this. I try to do them like once a week, so I will try to keep doing them if you're interested in them. If you have any questions, maybe I'll go to my channel and my community page and leave some comments there or some questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer some questions on the next live feed. So until then, have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to sit here and enjoy the sun and enjoy the horses hanging out. Hi, Janet. Oh, did you have a question? I just saw that you'd posted, so if you have a question, let me know. Sure, go ahead, ask. I'm just chilling out here. Just enjoying the day. Oh, the horses are good. So we just had a week of storms roll through. We had 4 3/4 inches of rain, high winds. Basically, the last day of the show, last Saturday, the storm started moving in, and I had high winds all the way home on Sunday. And the winds we had for a couple of days before that round of storms came in. Hi, Jolene. Say hi to Nick. Hi, Nick. So we had really bad storms all last week. Like I said, we got 4 3/4 inches of rain, which is tremendous if you're not from California. That is an enormous amount of rain, and it causes flooding. There's actually damage down this road behind me that I was showing you where the mountains are. Down that road is Woodson Bridge Park, and the parking lot and the boat ramp got wiped out. So high amounts of rain, high amounts of wind causes the rivers to swell. They've had to release water out of the dams because otherwise they'd overtop. I mean, that's a lot of rain for this area. We've had about 18 inches of rain since the rainy season started in the fall. So that's just enormous. So yeah, we had all the storms and everything. So the horses have been in the barn and the paddocks. They have paddocks attached to their barns. Anyway, so they've been in the barn all week. They have their paddocks so they can go in and out, but you know, it's nice to turn them out and then have them out here in the arena or in the round pen, or have an area where they can graze. The ground is just too wet right now to put them in the pastures that I use in the summer. But yeah, the barn, I have, they're called cool curtains on the doors. So all the doors in the barn have these curtains. It's mainly to keep the bugs out and to keep the barn cooler in the summer, but it also keeps the wind and the rain from driving into their stalls, because a lot of times the wind comes in this east side of the barn, the southeast side of the barn, as depending on the storms that come through. So they stay in the barn when it's nasty out. They've got shavings in there, and they've got their feed and everything in there. So they only go outside if they need water, and that's about it. So they're pretty cool. They're pretty comfortable in the barn. I do have the outside paddocks, but they don't like the storms, and then, you know, it's not as much, it's not as enclosed, the outside paddocks. Those are mainly like run-in shelters as the barn. So they're much happier in the barn. So, but now on a nice day like this, you know, they like being out here and just relaxing in the arena, eating the grass, doing horse things. But you can see, I'll show you, the ground is so wet and saturated from the storms that I can't have them out in the pastures because they'll ruin the pastures. And I use those all summer. So I don't want them torn up and ruined because I'm going to need that grass. Let's see. All right, so you can see, whoops. So you can see how they were running around in here and they tore it up. See, they've cut into it and ripped it up. So that's how wet and slippy the grass is right now. So everything's just, yeah, it's pretty tore up. So I can't have them in the pastures because they destroy them. So for now, they can have that little bit of grass at the end of their paddocks. We usually drive the Kubota and the tractor and the trailers and everything around this area, but we can't drive on it because it's too wet. So it grows grass, and then, whoops, he's going to run around. And then, you know, the horses are, it's fine for them to eat it in the meantime. Oh, did you subscribe, Janet? Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, yeah, I'd love it. Mainly I've got, you know, subscribers, which is great. But if you could like watch my videos that I have on the channel and then just like leave comments on the videos. I don't get a lot of feedback on the videos, and then I'm not quite sure what kind of videos you guys like, and if there's a particular topic that you'd like me to cover. So that feedback is quite important. My one of my trainers, she just watched my last horse show video, and she said it was, she really liked it, and she said that, you know, I should do videos for people that are selling horses because the quality was so much better than the people that are selling horses or whatever. But that was nice. I mean, it's good to get some feedback on the videos. So I've just been doing the shorts just because it's a lot of work to put in production wise, to cut all the video that I have to do the longer format. And I don't see the watch time being, the watch time that I see on my analytics doesn't look like it's worth the time that I put in to make the videos longer. So that's why I default to the shorts. So but yeah, if you guys like the longer ones, let me know. I'm happy to make them. I like making them. I usually just have a lot of content, and then it's like that's a lot of video to cut. And it's like, if you like it, then I'll do them because I enjoy the process. But I don't know. I'm not one of those big channels, you know, um, Elphick Event Ponies. You know, she's got a massive channel, and she sells a bunch of stuff, and they've got all these ads in them and stuff. And I'm not one of those channels. It's just me, just an adult amateur with 2 horses and some sheep, 2 donkeys. The donkeys are quite important. Let's see. Sunlight. Sunlight is a bit off in this little spot. How's that? That's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. But yeah, so it's a nice quiet day. Big blue sky. The we saw some helicopters out this morning. This area has a lot of orchards. We have olive trees here. So this area that I live in is the olive capital. It says the olive capital. I don't know if it's the olive capital of California, of the U.S. Anyway, there's a lot of olives that are grown here in town in this area. And we also have a lot of almonds, pecans, walnuts, pistachios. So all those nuts that you buy at the store, Blue Diamond nuts, they're all pretty much grown in this area all around us. And the almond trees are budding right now, so they're all starting to turn white. Those are the flowers on the almond tree, or almond trees. So the almond trees are flowering right now, and the bee boxes are all out for the trees to pollinate them. So yes, it is mid-February and the trees are blooming, and this is a pretty normal early blooming for that particular tree. And they usually start harvesting them in August, September is when they harvest the almonds. And the olive trees, my neighbor actually had somebody in there harvesting his trees on his property, and they were harvesting through December, which was quite surprising. Into January too, actually. I know they were out there on Christmas. And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was, because the olives fall off of our trees and they're purple, and when they hit the ground, because they've over ripened, I think they're table olives, like you eat them or put them in a drink or whatever. I think that's what they're called. But the sheep eat them, so the sheep and the donkeys eat them. So they're quite happy to eat them, and I'm happy that they do eat them, because that way I don't have this purple mess everywhere, because they're quite nasty. You know, they get stuck on your shoes and everything. Oh, here comes Oreo. Oops. There he goes. Hee-haw. Oh, they're gonna play a little bit. Yeah, that's it, huh? Oh, no, he's pushing him. You see, the one that just kicked, that's my 4-year-old Oreo. So he's pushing the baby off. He's feeling rather saucy. Goober. Anyway, so like I said, if there's any other questions, let me know. And if not, I will sign off. It looks like I've been on here for like 40 minutes, so it's like the longest I've rambled on in a long time. Oh, the boys are playing again. Are they gonna keep going? Let's see. Let's see what they're gonna do. Looks like they're back to eating. Yeah, short-lived. They did a little bit of running and then they stopped and back to eating. I have cameras in this arena, so sometimes I do live stream of my cameras, so you can just watch the camera feed. So, all right, well, I appreciate everybody coming, and hopefully you'll subscribe or tell your friends to check out the channel, watch some of the videos, and enjoy the horses. I haven't done a lot of content on Duende because he's young. And there's not a lot you do with a young horse at this age. It's mainly just leading him in and out of the barn and teaching him to, you know, respect my space, and that's about it. Picking up his feet. He just had his front feet done by the farrier, and he was a bit rambunctious. So we didn't do his back feet. We'll try again in April when the farrier comes back. Mainly it's just because of his age. And he's big, so like if he rears up, he can hurt us, so we, you know, have to be careful at how we manage him. But otherwise, he's not mean or anything. He's just a big toddler, for lack of a better word. Anyway, so thanks for coming again. I hope you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, help the algorithm out. The algorithm is like killing me, like it kills most small channels. So anybody that can share or comment or like, it helps us out a bit, so that way other people can come hang out with us. So anyway, thanks for coming, and I'm gonna stop the stream now, and you can check it out on the website later today. Thanks. Bye.